Okay, so people are watching, not just because of one person. All right, but they're watching because of Me Too. Me Too. They're playing at LSU. There are people right now, her fans, you know what? Her social media fans.
Angel Reese's confident assertion, "I am her," was put to an unusual test. Her professional debut unfolded like a game of hide-and-seek, with the audience being the one hiding. The sheer emptiness was striking, prompting even the popcorn vendors to question their presence. The arena offered a serene, almost meditative quiet, a stark contrast to the anticipated fanfare, a quiet born of a complete lack of attendance.
Great to be here with you guys today. Angel Reese, girl, you're my angel, you're my darling. Folks, the Chicago Sky Game 1 of the preseason was underway last night. Angel Reese looked pretty good, but we're gonna get into that momentarily. On the negative side, Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar.
Across the basketball multiverse, Caitlin Clark is a sensation. She's casually shattering ticket sale records, trending like a cultural event, and is being treated like the basketball equivalent of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Every seat is filled, fans are screaming her name, and cameras are snapping relentlessly, a level of attention far exceeding Angel Reese's, and likely a point of contention for her.
So I think it's time to finally, end the argument. End the argument that there is any sort of, other needle mover that is even remotely close to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. And again, the reason why we have got we've got Hailey Van Lith up is because it was Hailey Van Lith's return as well as Angel Reese's return. Angel was not the only person. They had two players returning. However, right now in Carver, there are no tickets left for under $200.
Let's be frank. Reese probably expected a full-blown spectacle. A red carpet, fireworks, and a standing ovation just for gracing the place with her presence. What she got was the audio equivalent of a solitary tumbleweed slowly crossing a polished wooden floor. That particularly uncomfortable silence that descends after someone declares, "Trust me, I'm a big deal," and is met with absolutely no reaction. If you support Caitlin Clark, subscribe our channel and comment "CC is the GOAT" down below.
Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers. Angel Reese, going home to her alma mater, LSU, plays against the Brazilian national team in front of 6,373.
It was a stark reminder that the roar of the crowd is a powerful amplifier. Without it, even the most boisterous pronouncements can sound like a whisper in an empty room. Angel, accustomed to the deafening cheers validating her every move, was suddenly confronted with the quiet reality that her self-assuredness, however impressive, needed an audience to truly resonate. The silence wasn't just awkward, it was a lesson.
I've tried to tell you guys, you heard me say it on this channel. A lot of Angel Reese fans are not basketball fans, and they are proving it. They proved it last night without a shadow of a doubt. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. You might be like, well, Rhodes, what was so embarrassing?
The contrast was striking. A tale of two very different experiences. While Angel actively searched the noticeably sparse stands, seemingly looking for her absent fan base, Caitlin Clark was experiencing a completely different reality, making her debut in front of a packed, sold-out arena. Ticket prices reflected the immense demand, reaching stratospheric levels, the kind of frenzy you'd expect for a superstar concert or a highly coveted item. And Caitlin didn't disappoint. She delivered a highlight reel, dropping dazzling plays that the enthusiastic crowd, clearly still high on March Madness energy, eagerly consumed. Angel's performance, however, fell far short of being essential viewing. It was more akin to a grainy, glitchy live stream, with buffering issues and a comment section swarming with bots. But the lack of a roaring, appreciative audience didn't diminish her intensity. Instead, she redirected it, unleashing her frustration on social media, targeting the media and likely anyone else in her path.
I don't want to hear ever again anyone ever tell me that there's anyone that's like Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. I don't ever want to hear it again. Nobody. There is nobody like her. I'm not glazing her. I'm telling the truth.
When in doubt, blaming the system seems to be the go-to. She suggested the world was simply unfair, implying people should have attended, hinting at a grand anti-Reese conspiracy. This conveniently sidesteps the simple truth. Caitlin Clark earned the spotlight. Clark single-handedly propelled college basketball into prime time, making history with every game. Her logo threes, no-look passes, and court vision, described as generational and alien, commanded attention. She didn't demand the spotlight. She earned it through her performance. In contrast, Angel Reese was busy trying to copyright her own attitude. If Caitlin was busy rewriting basketball history, Angel was trying to copyright the drama. The rolling eyes, the finger waves, the post-game shade thrown with the elegance of a Twitter subtweet from 2012.
They're getting that attention now. And I told you before that it had to sort of be like a reality TV. And that's what they're starting to give us. And we're paying attention. We're all tuned in. They're getting more attention than they've ever gotten before. And a part of it is Angel Reese. We cannot deny that. She was a part of it. Is she the part of it? No, that's Caitlin. Caitlin is the person who's the main factor. She's the top of the show. She's what everybody came to see. So, just like on the Temptation, they're like, nobody came to see you, Otis. Nobody ain't come to see you, Otis. Everybody came to see Caitlin.
Naturally, her remaining fans quickly spun the narrative. She was robbed. It was the schedule. She's too real for the league. As if professional sports penalize confident, skilled women. Newsflash. Angel Reese isn't being punished by anyone but herself. She's been coasting on one viral moment, as if it's a career-defining achievement. The fundamental difference between her and Caitlin isn't just the score. It's their energy. Caitlin arrives, focuses, and performs. Angel arrives, shows off, and then expresses frustration when the expected applause doesn't materialize, and frustration she certainly served. Post-game, she resembled someone stood up on prom night, pouting, brooding, likely refreshing Instagram for an apology. Her "I'm still that girl" declaration felt hollow, heard only by journalists hoping the parking lot remained open. It's a stark contrast between substance and spectacle, between consistent performance and performative drama. While one player is focused on the game, the other seems preoccupied with the reaction, mistaking fleeting attention for lasting impact. The narrative her fans are pushing ignores the self-inflicted nature of her struggles.
They'll talk about how much they're fans of Angel Reese, but they won't actually put in effort to show how much they're fans of Angel Reese. They won't put their money where their mouth is, a running theme with the...
How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Now, you're not going to hear this from the mainstream media who continues to pretend that the Bayou Barbie is beloved. You're not going to hear this from the media who continues to pretend that Angel Reese is a huge star. The Bayou Barbie might be beloved by some. Angel Reese might even be a huge star. But like I have been telling you guys for 2 years, there's one thing that Angel Reese is not. Angel Reese is not a draw.
But let's rewind a bit and look at the actual game. Her first professional game. You'd think she'd approach it like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Maybe hustle, lock in, prove critics wrong. Instead, it was like watching someone play a pickup game after 3 hours of sleep and a mild hangover. And when the stat line came in, less game changer, more game chased me out. Caitlin, on the other hand, came in with the swagger of someone who knew what the moment meant and delivered. Smooth passes, deep threes, leadership, the kind of debut that makes fans say, "Take my money," again and again. Angel's debut made people say, "Wait, was that today?" You can almost imagine her scrolling through news feeds, seeing every headline about Caitlin Clark, and trying to find one, just one, that said, Angel Reese steals the spotlight. Let's talk numbers, because that's what the pros are all about, right? This isn't a narrative, it's a statistical reality.
If you had any questions or any doubts as to who Caitlin Clark was, you hopefully had them answered today. If you watched,
Caitlin Clark. Record ticket sales, highest viewership, jersey orders through the roof, breaking attendance records for a preseason game. A preseason game, folks. Angel Reese? Her jersey's probably still available in every size, and they might throw in a second one for free if you buy a foam finger. And yet, Angel's energy hasn't changed. She's still acting like the crown was snatched off her head by some invisible hand of injustice. Girl, no one took it. You dropped it, and Caitlin picked it up, waved to the crowd, and drained a 3. The season is shaping up to be one long Caitlin Clark highlight reel, with Angel Reese occasionally popping up like a subplot nobody asked for. Oh look, Angel's mad again. Oh wow, she posted a cryptic tweet. Oh no, she's giving another dramatic interview where she talks about haters like she's running a motivational seminar for bitter influencers. The truth is, this league doesn't need drama. It needs hoopers. It needs athletes who don't think being controversial is the same thing as being iconic. And so far, Caitlin's putting on a masterclass in staying focused, while Angel's out here auditioning for a reality show that no one signed up for. This league deserves athletes focused on the game, not the theatrics.
Basketball, but for Caitlin Clark to be as popular as she is, it's just kind of extraordinary. I mean, it's cut through the noise to an extent that I've never seen anything in women's college basketball.
But also, I think that people understandably have a fascination with extreme excellence. I've never watched women's college basketball before. I might watch Caitlin Clark, though.
It's like watching someone lose a race and then demand a rematch because their shoelace almost got loose and Mercury was in retrograde. Caitlin didn't ask for the spotlight. She earned it. Angel keeps asking for the spotlight and then acts surprised when it turns out it's solar-powered and she's standing in the shade. And can we talk about how Caitlin didn't go nuts when she didn't win the big awards in college? She just nodded, smiled, and came back the next game dropping 40. Angel? She's still talking about last season like it's her memoir title. The year they didn't clap loud enough. Honestly, it's getting exhausting. Every Angel Reese press conference now feels like a dramatic TED talk about why people are mean to her. It's the basketball version of why I deserve a standing ovation for breathing. Meanwhile, Caitlin's out there putting in work like she's allergic to drama and addicted to W's. The difference is clear. One's building a legacy, the other's building a grudge. Look, Angel Reese could be great. The talent's there under the layers of performance art and misplaced confidence. But greatness doesn't just happen because you say you're great. You have to earn it every night in front of crowds big or small. And sometimes, brace yourself, even when no one's watching. Earned greatness, not declared drama, is what truly elevates the game.
LSU fans, where y'all at? Angel Reese fans, where y'all at? Chicago Sky fans, where y'all at? I know people from Florida flying into Iowa to watch Caitlin Clark go up against the Brazilian national team. I know people from California flying in to Iowa to watch Caitlin Clark go up against the Brazilian national team. I wouldn't be surprised if people from Europe, South America, Africa, China are flying just to watch Caitlin Clark return to Iowa to take on the Brazilian national team. But LSU, Angel Reese, and all of those bums can't dish up a couple dollars to watch Angel Reese play. And it's pathetic because Angel Reese had a damn good game. Showed off her new Reebok shoes, looking pretty good. Picked up right where she left off, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 4 for 7. The double-double is back. The double-double.
Because that's what Caitlin Clark is doing. She's showing up like every game is her job interview for the Hall of Fame. Angel's showing up like it's a fashion show and she's mad the judges didn't notice her walk. And let's not forget, the WNBA is a league built on teamwork, hustle, and actual basketball. It's not a Broadway stage for solo acts and emotional monologues. Fans aren't showing up to watch who can tweet the loudest. They're watching to see who balls out. And so far, Caitlin's doing that. Angel? She's still checking the stands, waiting for applause that was never promised. So here we are. Game 1. And already the season feels like a Caitlin Clark docuseries, with occasional guest appearances by Angel Reese as the irritated rival who's always one step behind. You know, the kind of character who slams the locker door, glares at the scoreboard, and mutters, "This ain't over," and maybe it's not. But if Angel Reese wants the spotlight back, she's going to have to do something radical. Play better basketball. Because the sympathy votes expired. The drama, tired.
Just the palpable excitement whenever Caitlin Clark takes the floor that maybe is different not only from any player in the WNBA, but from any player in basketball.
Probably wherever Caitlin Clark is playing. And if Angel Reese thought the silence in that arena was deafening, wait until she hears the sound of Caitlin Clark's next triple-double echoing across the league, while she's still trying to trademark the phrase, "I'm the reason they watch." Hate to break it to her, but the only reason people were watching her debut was to see if she'd actually show up, and not just physically. Mentally, competitively, emotionally. Well, she always shows up too much in that department. But even the drama is getting dull. You can only play the underdog card for so long before people start asking, wait, weren't you the one who called yourself the queen of college basketball like 6 times last season? It's like showing up late to your own party, then acting shocked nobody waited. That's not a snub, Angel. That's reality knocking. Loudly. And Caitlin's the one answering with another half-court bomb. And a wink. Let's talk facts. Because feelings clearly aren't helping Angel win any MVPs. Caitlin Clark is moving units. Tickets, jerseys, ratings. She's a one-woman economic stimulus plan for the WNBA. She's not just an athlete. She's a headline factory, an attendance magnet, a ratings juggernaut. Angel Reese? She's a trending topic for all the wrong reasons. Again, and it's not like Caitlin's cocky. She's confident, but cool. She doesn't need a press conference to validate her greatness. She lets the scoreboard do the talking. Angel? She lets her Instagram stories do the yelling, with more exclamation points than points per game. Earned success speaks volumes. Manufactured drama falls flat.
I just couldn't. So this is what an actual crowd looks like. Chloe Peterson put this up. That is a sold-out arena. 14,998 people. That's all it could hold. They all showed up.
The truth is, fans are smarter than players think. They see the work. They reward the effort. And right now, they're rewarding the player who's grinding, not the one who's grandstanding. Caitlin Clark is writing her legacy in points, assists, and broken records. Angel Reese is scribbling in the margins, shouting, "What about me?" Not post it, not pout about it, play for it. Because the seats Caitlin fills don't lie. And the ones Angel couldn't, well, those were empty for a reason. Fan appreciation follows performance, not posturing. If you're a Caitlin Clark fan, drop a CC in the comments below. If you enjoyed leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.